Bruce Springsteen, a rock legend. What a stunning actress in 1985. But by 1988, Italian paparazzi snapped him in his underwear on a Rome hotel balcony, entwined with his backup singer, shattering his marriage in a $16 million divorce that stunned the world. The scandal erupted globally, but it wasn't his only controversy. In 2009, another affair allegation surfaced in court, tied to a gym encounter, a heart surgery, and a woman who mirrored his wife's appearance. Today, we unravel the affair that demolished his first marriage and the truths he bared in his memoir. Born Bruce Frederick Joseph Springsteen on September 23, 1949, in Long Branch, New Jersey, he grew up in a working-class Irish-Italian Catholic family. His father, Douglas, drifted between jobs as a bus driver and factory worker, often unemployed, leaving his mother, Adele, a legal secretary, to shoulder the family's burdens. They lived in a crumbling house on Randolph Street, heated by a single kerosene stove, where Bruce, sharing space with his frail grandparents, Fred and Alice, woke to frosty breaths in winter. The home was cramped, grimy, and cold. After his sister Pamela's birth, they moved to 39 1/2 Institute Street, still without hot water upstairs, with peeling walls and broken fixtures. Constant moves followed unpaid rents. Bruce later said they were damn near destitute. These hardships fueled the raw, blue-collar tales in his songs. Douglas's undiagnosed schizophrenia cast a shadow. His silent rages and barroom drinking left Bruce feeling like a stranger in his own home. Douglas never said, "I love you," only managing me, too. Years later, diagnosed with schizophrenia, he gave Bruce clarity, and Bruce himself now relies on medication to fend off his own mental darkness. School offered no refuge. At St. Rose of Lima Catholic School, nuns struck his knuckles and choked him with his tie. A priest's public shaming after a mass-serving error left a scar, though one nun's secret gift of a holy medal stayed with him. Catholicism's grip loosened, replaced by spiritual threads in his music. On September 9, 1958, at 9, Elvis Presley's Ed Sullivan Show performance ignited a fire in Bruce. He begged for a guitar. Adele rented one for $60 despite their poverty, but his small hand struggled, and peers mocked him. The guitar was returned, yet the spark endured. He performed a tiny backyard concert, laughed at but undeterred. On February 9, 1964, the Beatles' Ed Sullivan appearance, seen by 73 million, was his musical Big Bang. The next day, Adele bought him a $18.95 Western Auto guitar. At 16, he played at a Route 34 trailer park and the Elks Lodge. Adele's loan for a $60 Kent guitar inspired his song The Wish. Joining the Castiles at Freehold High School, led by George Tice, they practiced at drummer Bart Haynes's house, wore matching outfits, and played Greenwich Village's Café Wa. Some locals called their music devilish. They recorded 2 songs in Brick Township, but on October 22, 1967, Bart's death in Vietnam crushed the band, which folded after a final Red Bank show. In 1967, at 17, a motorcycle crash threw Bruce 20 feet, leaving him concussed and hospitalized. While recovering, he began writing original songs. The accident later exempted him from the draft, but his father loathed his long hair and music. In 1969, at 19, his parents moved to California for work, taking Pamela but leaving Bruce behind. Homeless, he squatted in abandoned Freehold and Asbury Park houses for nearly 2 years, surviving on others' kindness. This abandonment fueled songs of fractured homes. In 1970, he formed Steel Mill with Danny Federici, Vinny Lopez, and Steven Van Zandt. Their raw, emotional college shows, especially post-Kent State with Where Was Jesus in Ohio, drew 4,000 rain-soaked fans at Monmouth University. A San Francisco critic hailed them as Asbury Park's best since 1934. In 1971, manager Carl Tinker West introduced Bruce to Mike Appel, who initially dismissed his songs but signed him in March 1972. On May 2nd, Bruce, 22, auditioned for Columbia Records' John Hammond with a borrowed, cracked-neck guitar, playing "Growing Up, It's Hard to Be a Saint in the City. If I Was the Priest and Mary Queen of Arkansas," Hammond declared. "You've got to be on Columbia." Weeks later, Clive Davis signed him. Bruce formed the E Street Band with Clarence Clemens, Gary Talent, Danny Federici, David Sanchez, and Vinny Lopez. Named after their Belmar practice street, their 3-hour shows were electrifying. By 1974, Roy Bittan and Max Weinberg joined. Greetings from Asbury Park, NJ, 1972, blended 5 band and 5 solo tracks. After Bruce fought the label, Clive demanded hits. So Bruce wrote "Blinded by the Light" and "Spirit in the Night" in a rush. In 1973, opening for Chicago, he was booed off Philadelphia's Spectrum stage, flipping off the crowd. His set cut to 30 minutes. Columbia execs even walked out. But on May 9, 1974, critic John Landau saw Bruce open for Bonnie Raitt in Harvard Square, writing, "I saw a rock and roll future, and its name is Bruce Springsteen," catapulting him to fame. Landau became his manager and co-producer for over 45 years. Born to Run, 1975, nearly broke him, recorded over 18 months, the title track alone taking 6. Obsessive perfectionism drove costs sky high at Manhattan's record plant. Working 3 p.m. to 6 a.m., engineer Jimmy Iovine called it chaotic. The band barely slept. Chasing Phil Spector's Wall of Sound, released August 25th, it hit number 3, selling 700,000 copies by year's end, 7 million by 2022, landing Bruce on Time and Newsweek covers. But in July 1976, a lawsuit against Appel for fraud halted recording for 10 months. Legal bills left Bruce broke. He played benefit shows, smashed a guitar in rage, and wrote 80 unrecorded songs. Settled May 28, 1977, for $800,000. Appel kept half of 25 songs publishing. Darkness on the Edge of Town, 1978. Followed its 115-show tour redefined live performance. The River, 1980. A double album with 20 of 56 recorded songs. Sold 1.6 million by Christmas. Hungry Heart hit number 5. Its 14-month, 140-show tour exhausted him. In 1984, Born in the USA, sold 7.5 million by mid-1985. Misunderstood by Reagan as patriotic, its 156th show, $80 to $90 million tour cracked Sweden's Ullevi Stadium from crowd energy. Bruce, now body-built, collapsed from fatigue. On May 13, 1985, he married Julianne Phillips. But by 1987, an affair with E Street's Patty Salfa began. On June 14 to 15, 1988, Rome paparazzi caught them in underwear, photos exploding worldwide. Julianne, who danced on tour, filed for divorce August 30th. Finalized March 1989 for $16 million under California's community property law. Bruce admitted in his 2016 memoir mishandling it. Driven by jealousy over Julianne's career, Tunnel of Love, 1987, bared his turmoil. Its 1988 tour's theatrical duets with Patty alienated fans. He disbanded E Street afterward. Human Touch and Lucky Town, 1992, with session musicians Felt Hollow, The Ghost of Tom Joad, 1995. A stark acoustic protest album, hit number 11, won a Grammy. In 1999, E Street reunited, selling out 15 Meadowlands shows. The Rising, 2002, a 9/11 response. Sold 535,000 in week 1, won 2 Grammys. Depression haunted Bruce since 1981. Therapy at 32 staved off suicidal thoughts. His father's bipolar and schizophrenic struggles echoed. Streets of Philadelphia, 1993, won an Oscar. In 2004, endorsing Kerry raised $10 million but sparked boycotts. Magic, 2007, criticized Iraq, selling 335,000 in week 1, faced radio bans. In 2009, Arthur Kelly alleged Bruce's affair with his wife and a Patty lookalike met at a gym, court documents cited. Treadmill flirting and lunch dates. Bruce denied it, reaffirming his 1991 marriage to Patty, parents to Evan, 1990, Jessica, 1991, and Samuel, 1994. In 2013, neck surgery risked his voice, numbing his hand. Wrecking Ball, 2012, tackled recession. In 2023, a peptic ulcer canceled tours. By 2024, vocal issues halted European shows. Yet with 140 million records sold, a 1999 Rock Hall induction, and 2016 and 2023 presidential medals, Bruce's memoir confessed his emotional failures with Julianne, crediting Patty for anchoring him through darkness. His music a timeless reflection of America's struggles and resilience.